second video. So part 2, we're gonna show you how to create a module in your theme. Okay, so we have modules folder, right click, new files, and then choose modules. Go next. Let's say for instance we're gonna use this module on the site pages, blog posts or blog listing pages, also on the landing pages. Yeah, let's just leave it for the sake of this exercise. So now we're going to give it a name, for instance, like card columns, card 3 columns. Yeah, so you give it the name of card 3 columns, and then click create. So your module is gonna be created. So this is your module there. Here where you put the label name, it can be different, but it's better just to keep the name to be similar. So there we have the fields. Here where you add your fields, your custom module fields, and then here where we can create a style group. So here it's gonna just be basic. So we have where you put your HTML, and here where you put your CSS, here where you put your JavaScript. So yeah, so it's kind of like really basic how to do this one here. So what we're gonna do, just to speed up the time, we don't want to do the CSS stuff, so we're gonna just copy some of the CSS, and then after that we replicate the same thing. But let's just make it basic. For instance, we have div. Yes, that's gonna make sense. We have div there, clone, div. Okay, so you have this human div, and then let's say for instance we say the card. So you have your element there, you give it a name class, card column, card 3 columns. So we'll always follow the nice labeling of your classes. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna call, for instance, like items, item. Okay, so you have something like this. Okay, so we have 1 and then 3. So we're gonna start this one here. We just call it like lorem ipsum sum there and then there. So you have like 3 columns like that. So now the way that you're gonna use your fields, you click edit field, and then we're looking, also it does provide us with a lot of with different kind of field to choose. So yeah, so you can go ahead and then try to investigate and do some testing. So we're gonna use the single line, the line texts. Yeah, texts. There's a basic text there. We're going to call it, for instance, like card texts. Yeah, card texts or card heading. Yeah, let's call it card heading. 1, for instance, because over here 1, 2, 3. So here you just copy the value. You can copy the snippet or copy the value. Copy the snippet. I'm going to give you kind of like an example. You paste it here. So once you copy the snippet, as you can see, it gives you some other variable here. The difference between this one, copy the snippet, and copy value only. Copy value only is gonna only give you the default, the value of your text. For instance, here we're gonna have lorem ipsum. We put our default text there. So here is gonna only display lorem ipsum, but this one here is gonna display the div element. It can give you, it's gonna almost like wrap your lorem ipsum with an additional div. So that's why this is the reason why we always use copy value only. So we're gonna use the copy value only options. As you can see there, we have one. So okay, this is the way to do it. You clone, change it to some again, copy value only, paste there, and we clone this one 3, copy value only, and again we paste there. So now we have our 3 columns. As you can see, if you want to do preview, we didn't start it yet. As you can see, it's just doing a basic stuff there. 1, 2, and then 3. Yeah, the preview, as you can see there. And then what else can we have here? Okay, so you have this where you put your CSS there. Let's try to put some basic CSS. Okay, we have display grid, and then grid templates, columns. So one FL, one FL, one FL. Okay, so this one here is gonna give us, as you can see, 3 columns there. So yeah, so we have 3 columns there. Okay, so now, yeah, so is either you're gonna do it like this, where you clone the store, but now if you happen that you have a lot of columns, more than 3, it's gonna become difficult for you to set up those stuff nicely. So the way that you do it, you're gonna use something called the repeater. So we're gonna give you an example of the repeater. So we're going to delete those other options, delete and delete. We're gonna be left with only this one here. Let me just change it to become just normal, like one element. Or let me just delete everything. So yeah. So to create a repeater, you go to edit fields again, text, click text, and then we're going to call it, for instance, like yeah, let's just call it a heading for now. And then we're gonna have to group this one here. Action, group, select group, create group. We're going to call it like cards. This way we're gonna see all the cards. So we have card there as a singular element. And then let's just see, cards like this. Inside the card we can have, let's say for instance, heading. We can have image, for instance, where you can put your image there. You can have like rich text, where you can put like a lot of text as a description. So we're gonna call it description. Click there, we add lorem ipsum description. We have a lot of text. Yes, you put all your text there. So there we're gonna have like heading, call it just heading. Yeah, so I call it heading. Okay, so to use the repeater, so the way that you do it is you click there, you click to one of those items. So it's gonna, as you can see, this is the group. You click on the group, edit there, and then you go down, repeater, you activate it, and then they're gonna ask you what is the minimum items that you're gonna use. It can be 1 or it can be 0. 0 is to remove all the items, and then the maximum, for instance, we say 6, and then here we're gonna use only 3. And then you can select your label. It's gonna be heading. So label, we're gonna show you what's gonna be the label in the front end of it. So once you have this one like that, okay, so now what you're gonna do here is just to copy the snippet. So you're going to remove all those other stuff there, remove this one. So once you have this one here, so the way that you edit is better, put some space, and then you paste your code there. So once you paste the code, HubSpot is going to give you some dummy code to use. So you're gonna just grab your HTML here, and then you add it to the for loop, inside the for loop, because we're gonna repeat the same items, and then we want all those items here to be inside. Our for loop is finishing, so for loop, and then it's ending there. It's gonna end for, and then for item dot modi dot card. So we're gonna get this one here, we copy it, and then we put our stuff there. As this is a heading, so as you can see, we're gonna only use this variable, copy value only. Remove this one here because we don't want HubSpot to give us their own div element. We want to use our own div element wrapper. So this one's gonna be like, for instance, like h3 there, and then here we're gonna have like the image, like giving it like image tag. Then description, the same thing. We're gonna use our own elements. So with div, with the class of I'm gonna give it a class of a description there. We paste. We have module item. Then here is gonna be like module item descriptions. So here we didn't put any class there because we can just target item to the h3. So here we're gonna have our image. So most of the time the image can be on top. So we have like image, and then after that you have your okay, see, yeah. So to put the either, so now we're gonna have image, the dummy image. We have dummy text, call it like heading, and then you can also drag and drop if you want to drag and drop stuff there. Dragging this one's gonna be the first, which image. Here where you can replace the image, remove the image, we put dummy image there. So if you want to preview this one here, then previewer, as you can see, you have your column there. Yeah, so to add this one, as you have it now, the only thing now is gonna be is to add it to your to your page. So to add this one to your page, to create your first page for your theme. So again, you go to marketing, you go to website, marketing, website pages. You have website pages, and then create page. You're gonna call it like builders, create. Okay, so now you're gonna have to choose which theme that you want to use. You're using your builders theme. Search for it here, builders. There we go. Set active theme. And then here in this context, we're gonna just use, for instance, like blank. Blank, and then here you're gonna add your modules. Plus here where you can add modules, we're looking for card, 3 columns. There you go. You drag it there, and that's it. So you have your modules done there, and then you can preview it if you want to. You can preview it because we didn't do the mobile yet. So desktop view, there we go. So this is the way that you add your modules inside your theme. So in our part 3, we're gonna talk again more about we're gonna talk more about the custom modules and also the theme in general. Thank you so much.